Welcome to the 2 Old Kids and 2 Young Adults podcast. We've combined life experience with young adult drive and ambition. Are you just starting to college plan? Did you finish your education and wonder, now what? Join us in this lively discussion about the topics you need to know to create the next stage of your life's dreams, careers, finances, education, and more.
All right, so we're going to try this again. My name is Ed Sanderson. I'm here with a few of my friends, and we call this the 2 Old Kids, 2 Young Adults podcast. This is our pilot episode, and really we're here to talk to you about why the four of us have come together and what we're hoping to distill, not only to young people, but also to adults as well. And I think it'd be really important just to kind of start with this origin story and how this came about. And it wasn't that long ago. About 2 weeks ago, my friend Alex and I were at a local high school, Sage Creek High School, and we were talking to young juniors and young seniors about what they should be working on as they go into the summer and when they're going off into college. And when we walked out of there, what we realized was that although the avid teacher, Ms. Salah, was doing a great job getting information to these young people, it occurred to us that it really didn't resonate until there was a different voice and someone that they related to. So Alex, I'm going to introduce you now. Alex can tell you about himself, but he graduated from San Diego State. We've been working together for quite some time. And when we walked out of there, I said, Alex, I got an idea that I think might work. And I explained it to him. He's like, oh boy, I think this might have something. And I was like, I need to talk to some more people. So then I contacted my friend Amy, who's in the entertainment business and financial services and a whole bunch of really cool stuff. And I said, Amy, I got this idea about a show. And I explained it to her and she said, ooh, I like this idea. And I said, oh, but you know what? We need another young person, a young female who's got strong opinions, is really outspoken. I said, I think I know somebody for that. So we reached out to Capri. So we're gonna talk to you a little bit about our why and what we're doing here. And I think I'm gonna let each one of them ask the other person why they're here and what we're trying to accomplish with this show and what we're gonna do in the episodes that are coming up in the future. So I'm gonna let Alex take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Ed. Where to begin? But like Ed said, I graduated San Diego State University in December of 2020, majoring in psychology with an industrial organizational emphasis. Ed and I have been working together on college stuff and career planning stuff since August of 2016, I'll never forget. And he's been stuck with me ever since, poor guy. But yeah, we started actually working together more on his business, which is law of education, financial planning, getting kids ready to go to college in August of 2019. I guess August is just our month, Ed. But I was going to my junior year at San Diego State and had a lot that I thought I could offer him for his business in terms of getting insight from kids who were in college about what they thought that they needed to do, going into the real world, what they wish they would known or they had known going into college. So yeah, Ed and I have been working together ever since. Ever since I graduated, I've been working for a med tech company as an account executive. And yeah, Ed and I went to this classroom about a few weeks ago, and Ed brought so much useful insight to these kids. And then they somehow got something from me, I guess, as a 23-year-old. And we just kind of realized we both brought really useful opinions to the table. Ed is obviously extremely experienced, extremely knowledgeable, and having just gone through that college process, that career planning, job application process, we really thought that we put our two heads together, not four heads together, to really give everyone some insight on how to get ready for life, how to get ready for your career.
Yep, that's exactly how it started. And I didn't realize we had an anniversary in August. I will write it down and put it on my calendar so that
well, that was my
celebrate
I'm glad. Good.
Every single year. It's interesting that Alex and I have known each other the longest. And I thought what he pointed out was really the catalyst of all this. We set this kind of whole process in motion when I asked him to do a little research at San Diego State and ask his fellow students, what is it they wish they had known before they showed up at the campus? What is it that they wish they know before they were going to graduate? What do they wish they knew about career development? And the answers were really astounding. And really, it's the platform or the premise for this entire show. So Alex, I introduce you. Why don't you go ahead and introduce Amy and let her talk to us about her why.
Amy, you have the floor, or the camera, I should say.
Both. This was incredible when Ed called me, and to back up, Ed and I met because he did amazing work helping my youngest daughter to prepare for her college apps this year. So we just went through this process and we clicked. But my background is I'm a recording artist. I'm a Nashville recording artist. I'm an author. I'm a best-selling author. I've been a TV host for the last 5 years, and I've had a lot of years in business sales experience. But all of that came about with only a high school education. I didn't have the opportunity to go to college. And there is so much that I wish somebody would have told me when I was 18. There's so many things that I have learned the hard way by being out there in business, by finding my way through, and by constantly having to reinvent myself. And then I wasn't able to provide the opportunity of college to my other 3 boys that are now grown, but my daughter, I'm able to do that now. And I met Ed, and to walk this process for the first time. She's the first one to go to college in my little, lane of a tree branch here. And it was so moving to me to walk this process. I got emotional through the whole thing because as I see her at that age, to go, God, I wish I had known that. I wish somebody had been able to tell me that. I didn't even know the careers I have and what I do now, I didn't even know existed. If somebody could have helped me, the difference that could have made. And now we have resources and incredible digital technology to bring a podcast like this to let everybody know you have tools, you have resources, we can be advocates. And so I feel like at this stage in life now, I get to make up for what I didn't have or what I wasn't able to do for my other children, and put it together to say we're here now, we're here to help with these resources, we're here to help answer these questions and help set young adults up for success, because life is a lot. It's a lot to take in every category. And so we're going to have amazing resources. And when Ed called me and said, Amy, this is what I'm thinking of doing, and before he even finished saying what it was, I said, yes, just yes. Just yes. I don't even need any more. Yes, if this is going to make a difference and help educate and help bring tools and resources and amazing other people to this platform to learn something and help achieve in your life, it's life-changing. So I'm very passionate about this and honored to be asked to be a part of this incredible group, and that's why I'm here.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that story. And of course, we have the young lady of the group. It's Capri Suarez. Capri, say hi to the folks and tell them your why for being here.
Hey guys, so I myself just went through the whole college application process, and let me tell you, I thought it was so much longer than I thought it was going to be, and at times I was like super just unsure of myself, and I couldn't possibly understand how I was going to get from where I was starting to the end committed to a college. I now am committed to Purdue, where I'll be going next year. I'm super excited about that. And that is how I met Ed, like everyone else. He really helped me through that college application process. And I'm really excited to share what I have learned going through that process with a bunch of other younger people my age. Because one of the biggest things is my path isn't all the same as all my other friends, and that can be really scary. Like when your 4 best friends come up to you and they're like, oh my gosh, you're applying to this school and not this school, and this school and not this school. And it's like really about finding your own path and what will work out for you. And it's the feeling of being confident enough to know that you will end up where you are meant to end up, but also sharing with others that you are not alone in this time when you're growing and becoming your own independent person.
Fantastic. So if I had thought about this before, I would have said not only this is the pilot, it'll be the last episode, because you guys said such wonderful things about me. I really don't want to ruin that. So I think that's it. We're done here.
We're done.
All right.
Here's your introduction for you.
Yeah, that's it. I appreciate all the kind words. I mean, when push comes to shove, I've been working in this industry for 18 years, and in over 18 years, you see some stuff. And the one thing that
I've been alive.
Thanks. That ruined it.
Thanks.
When you see some things, and what I've noticed is that things have changed. And it used to be that it was pretty simple process, and getting into college seemed easier. Every parent I ever talked to was like, man, things have changed dramatically, and they continue to change. And so, yeah, we have a connective component to all of us, which is either we've been working together in college or working towards college. But I got to tell you something, the thing that I'm the most excited about is really trying to connect people's concepts and ideas and wrap them around how you should start, and start early. And I think Capri mentioned it, which is there's a lot to do. And the earlier you start, the better off you're going to be. And I think in a bigger context, what we're really trying to do is to get a conversation started between young people and what their goals and aspirations are and how they can achieve that. But more importantly, we're trying to get young adults to participate, older adults who have some experience to help bridge that gap and connect the young people to their corresponding older representative that's been through it. They know what it's like in the real world. And so for us, we're going to have guests on here. We're going to talk to people who have gone to college, some people who haven't gone to college. We're going to talk about finance. We're going to talk about challenges and things, that all different topics, because at the end of all of it, we're here to lift everyone up. And if you think you're an underachiever, let's see if we can give you the tools and resources so you can be an achiever. If you're a solid achiever, what can we do to make you an overachiever? And if you're an overachiever, it's just hanging out. It's gonna be a cool conversation anyways. We're gonna have some fun, and at the same time, hopefully give you some insights. And that just kind of wraps up that of what we're trying to do. But let me just add one thing to my why. When you've done this as long as I have, the challenge is there's just so many people that you just cannot get to, you cannot reach. So if we can create a vehicle that gets the message out to more people as they try to figure out, and I hate this question, what they want to be when they grow up, then we've accomplished something. And it's not just your teacher, your instructor, your parent, your professor barking at you. We just want to do it in a way where it's a little bit more casual, and yet at the same time, you're getting an angle, a facet of this process from a number of different perspectives. I don't know if there's any other show like it. I wrote up on my notes that maybe it's like, the round table talk, except we're way cooler and we're not super rich.
Way
so
cooler.
We're more down to earth and you can relate to us. So that's what we're going to get accomplished over the seasons that we're going to do this. And what's really cool is Alex is going to be able to talk about how he's growing in his profession. Capri's going to talk about how the real world works on her first day and first week of college. Amy's going to talk about, hey, let me tell you, if you want to get into the entertainment business, how that works. And then we're going to bring all these guests to the table that if you want to be an architect or a computer programmer or a doctor or, God forbid, a lawyer, that we can get some perspective from people who've already done it. So this is what we call the introduction to warm you up for the next episode. And so on behalf of my teammates, that's all I've got to say. Anything else you guys want to say before we get out of here?
This is fantastic. This is a dream team and a dream show that we have the opportunity to bring in experts and also other young adults who are saying, hey, I've got questions. And we're going to be able to meet the needs of so many by bringing this platform together. The four of us together is just magic. And I know that this is going to be a difference maker show.
I love it. And I will leave you with this one quote. I read this today and I'll probably butcher it because I didn't write it down, but the quote basically said, if you were doing something that was not right, when would you like to know you were doing it wrong? And ultimately, the answer to that question is right away. And we're going to solve all of life's problems and challenges? No, but what we're hoping to do.
Thought we were.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's actually
that's next season. That's next season, actually.
Next season,
one
we
season
solve
at a
all
time.
the world's problems. And this season, we're just going to have fun. But we'll get to it when we get to it. And I think that's the key, is we want folks to kind of get a perspective on what they're doing. And if we can get them further along faster and maybe not making as many mistakes in the process, that's a winning combination to success. And that's all we want, is to help people become more successful. So for Capri and Amy and Alex and myself, we're going to sign off for now. We'll see you on the next episode.
Make sure and subscribe to this show so you don't miss the next episode of 2 Old Kids and 2 Young Adults podcast. We want to hear from you as well. You can email us at 2OK2YA@gmail.com.